Hi guys, so this is my review of Across the Universe by Beth Revis, and I finished this book in the very early hours of last night. I read it over the course of about 3 days, I think, all up, probably. And yes, I have the paperback edition, and it's been all schmongled because it's made a few journeys with me, so it got bent and stuff. And I printed out my own version of the map of the Godspeed because I don't have the cool, pretty shiny, nifty hardback edition that has all the extra stuff and the flippable cover and things, and I wanted a map of the ship, so yeah. Okay, so I did actually very much enjoy this novel. And yes, I sound surprised. I probably would give it 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is very high praise coming from me. So what I liked the most about this novel, I think, was that my expectations were quite subverted by the end of it, and that's a very positive thing. I mean, just given the cover alone, and I don't have the nifty cover, but you would expect an awful lot of romance in this book. And of course it is there, it's present, but it's not the overarching point of the story. And I think that there's actually quite a few genres that are sort of mishmashed together and covered quite well in this book, which is cool. It's sort of like a murder mystery thriller thing. There is some romance in there. It's very much a dystopian book, and there's some obviously sci-fi elements. And I think that they're all very well handled, and they kind of blend together in an effective way. And yeah, so that's a cool thing. And also this slogan here, "They're so close but still so far away," now has a very different meaning for me. And I was about halfway through the book when I went, hold on a minute, I know what that actually means. And it's cool. I like that my perspective on that has changed entirely now, so it's good. In terms of characters, I very much liked both Elder and Amy, and I thought that because the novel, as everyone has said, shifts between perspectives, so we've got one chapter for Amy, one chapter for Elder, and alternating, and it's in first-person narration. And it's a very effective tool, and they always cut out their narration just as something's about to happen, or something has happened, or a revelation has been made, and sometimes you'll switch to an entirely different scenario somewhere else on the ship, and you're like, I need to know what just happened. But it was a very effective tool, so I'm glad that Beth Revis did that, and of course it afforded us more time to get to know both the characters quite well and be inside their heads. I had more empathy for Amy, I'll admit, primarily because we begin and end the novel with her, so she bookends it really, and especially since it opens with her being cryogenically frozen and we're with her that entire time, and it's such a harrowing, horrible experience, and the sensations are so well depicted as they're occurring. It's just, I was shuddering through all of that. So I think you're automatically on Amy's side because you feel so sorry for her. I should say a lot of this book, the themes that are contained within and some of the events that occur and stuff, are quite just horrific in how brutal and dark and despairing they can be. And I think that's, I'm glad that is the case, because I think that it really worked to the novel's advantage, and it worked to push forward a lot of the themes that were contained within there, especially regarding like the fate of humanity versus the Earth, and how we take care of it, how we take care of ourselves, what the mentality is of people when they're in a large contained environment and they have to work together, and what they can contribute to a society, where a society stands in the formation of a race of human beings, all these sort of overarching questions that were very important throughout the book. And of course the value of human life, the value of, well, I was asking about the value of animal life while I read it as well. Yeah, just lots of topics that are raised, and I think quite well handled. I was very much looking forward to this book being a standalone novel. At first I thought it was, and that's primarily because I'm sick of all the series I have. I have far too many series, and I just thought I want a contained experience within the one book that I can enjoy and think, I'm entirely satisfied with that story. Cool. But apparently it's the first in the trilogy, and when you get to the end it makes sense. I mean, to be fair, they couldn't have really probably traversed this journey both literally and figuratively in the one book, so I guess it makes sense. But it certainly leaves on quite a cliffhanger of sorts. And I do like the way the relationship was handled between Elder and Amy. I thought it was quite realistic. I liked the pacing of it. There were moments when Elder especially was thinking and feeling some things, and although it was entirely understandable, and later on it was quite well explained to do with his background and the way he was raised and the environment he grew up in, but yeah, there were some moments where I'm like, whoa there boy, no. But I do like how it progressed and the nature of it, because as someone, I think it would have been, I'm trying to remember who said it and I feel terrible that I can't, but anyway, I do like the fact that they were friends. I think Krista said that. Krista, I think it was you. I do like the fact that they were friends and sort of comrades a lot more than they were lovers or, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of thing. So that was quite an appealing aspect. And I'm rambling, so I'm going to go now. But yeah, I would give it 4.5 stars out of 5. I like that I use stars, because stars, of course, are a very important subject in the book. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I should also say I very much like the character of Harley. I like Harley. So yeah, enjoyable. Enjoyable book, and I do look forward to seeing what the future holds for Amy and Elder and the rest of the people on Godspeed, so we'll see. Okay, so Across the Universe by Beth Revis.